We are driving to as many board game stores as we can in New Jersey in 2 days with this guy. Me and this guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And it was a lot of driving. Me and a best bud Tim rented a car to drive across multiple regions of New Jersey state. In 2 days, we drove over 500 miles covering board game stores, from mom and pop places to massive ones, then to ones that just relocated. We've done this type of tour for the Bay Area and New York City before, but I wanted to switch it up by trying to add on as many interviews with actual store owners as possible.
I'm bad at the money, and she's good at the money.
I'm Greg, owner of Greg's Games.
Lots of Pokemon stuff.
What splashes you getting?
I have probably about 50,000 games just stored on these shelves here. So this is where we build the games.
We put it in a public bid, we got it.
I taught high school for 30 years and
We'll have plenty of goofs and gaffs with focusing on the offerings of each place, then takeaways at the end from seeing all 13 stores.
Oh, these are the East Coast winners, huh? Are you done? I don't know anymore.
A little shocked we actually did it. All the while Tim embarks on his side quest to get Pokemon cards, and he tries.
We'll get more, dude. I'm not even an addict.
Pokemon card conspiracy.
And good thing he's here because I myself know nothing about Jersey, but Tim knows quite a bit.
This is all new to me. It'll be a nice journey.
Now for day one.
Who is this guy?
First stop's having pork roll.
I guess we're gonna have pork roll for breakfast.
Yep.
Of course, before we started the board game stuff, Tim demanded a side quest for me to try the New Jersey special of pork roll, because if I didn't try while visiting, I would be a disgrace.
Wow, that's cool. Here, awesome. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, I think our first place right around the corner, right?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
well, right behind us, but yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll walk there and we'll film there.
Sounds good.
Titusville Tabletop Board Gaming was the first location, tucked away in a quiet area north of Trenton.
Oh, wow. Right when they open.
And we got there early, right when they opened
early.
at 10 a.m. And we got some great one-on-one time with the store owner himself.
Hello, good
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
Store owner, Robert Thompson, Titusville Tabletop Games. We're a social club built around board games. Looking at what I was gonna do as I retire, just like a light went off. Oh, this, and of course I ran home and told my wife, I know what I'm gonna do. And she said, that's like an idea, that's not a business. And she wasn't wrong. Question when I first opened the door is, I have this idea, will other people get it and like my idea? And so far the answer is yes. We love Dungeons & Dragons. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since '79.
Wow,
so
okay.
the way we're doing pricing, and gosh, it's been challenging because we want everyone to come, we want everyone to play games, and we want everyone to have a fun time. But we also want to keep the lights on.
Yes.
Your first time in is always free because we just want, not us, but the non-nerd community. We want them to come in and find out, why do you want to leave Monopoly at home and come in here and play something else with us? Otherwise, for an adult, it's $10, covers you for the entire day. And we have families that'll come in, they'll pay for their stay and play, they'll play for 3 hours, they'll go get dinner, and then they'll come back and play another game. And that's great. You know, I told my wife, if I was sitting here and I heard a kid out the door say, oh, I'd like to play games, but I don't have $10, I would weep, and I'm a weeper. I would sob. So we put in a little PA system. We haven't done it yet, but the idea is that maybe we'd have some after hours jam sessions sometime. You saw the schedule. We try to keep the schedule packed because we're a club. Downside is sometimes people see the full schedule and think they can't just come in and play a game. Like, oh, you're so busy, I can't come in and play Catan, you know?
Yeah.
Like we always try our best to keep tables free, whatever we're doing. Some light on here. Favorite place for people to come. Here's a funny one. When we first opened, one of our neighbors said, hey, we've got these old puzzles we don't build. And I thought, well, we're a board game thing, we're not a puzzle thing. And I just had them on the table and immediately people started building them. So we now have puzzles. My favorite, of course, the RPG room. Not quite done. I am finishing up a cabinet that'll hide the monitor. Bluetooth stereo with a subwoofer and a nice screen, and I want it like Victorian Gothic and just possibly haunted.
Does this thing close? I'm just looking at it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, that is immersive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're locked in.
Ideas, you can come in, you put some, like when I do Call of Cthulhu, we shut the doors, we dim the lights a little. I put spooky music on,
It
you
was so
know?
great talking to Robert. We talked to him for about 25 minutes. I'll have longer length interviews available on Patreon. But it was time to move on. Here's one last word from him.
Our motto is that everyone is welcome here except assholes, you know?
That was cool. We spent a long time there, a lot more time.
Yeah,
than I
chatting with
thought.
the owner,
Yeah,
Robert.
He was really charming.
Really charming, really nice guy. And yeah, we definitely learned a lot, I think, about the listening to community when it comes to building a board game.
Right. It really does feel more like a third place, not really like a store, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not pushing sales that much. It's just on one corner, or sorry, one aisle.
Yeah.
And then there's some snacks in, of course, but the main focus is just a place to play games.
Now we're going to be heading over to Greg's Games. So we've got about a 20 or 25 minute drive ahead of us. So we're going to just pop over and then we'll see you there.
Good. All right, let's go. Perfect. Here we are in front of Greg's Games. Greg's Games,
It's Greg's Games.
where, can you see the text actually? We can get closer. Greg's Games, where every game is a good game. Is that true? Still to be determined, because are all games that good? We'll think about that.
What is this? I love Root. Ashton hates Root. Ashton's not a good game.
Anyways, yeah, it seems like they have a lot going on. We actually just talked to the owner a little bit, so we'll probably hop inside and see what's up.
Hey, this is Greg.
Hi everybody, I'm Greg, owner of Greg's Games in Hamilton. So this is our front end area where we have all our different TCG booster packs and whatnot. We have some high-end dice on display, candles, stickers, keychains up here. Kind of our JTCG case. Usually this is rotating between Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh! The other showcase that we have is for Magic. That's our big game here. Here we have 3 computer kiosks set up that people can browse our entire inventory digitally. About 24 feet of board games here. We try to keep a good variety between evergreen, hotness, and then some, staff and customer recommendations. Paints and paint supplies here. We have other minis here, like Halo Flashpoint and the reboot of Heroscape.
Oh yeah, Age of Annihilation. I just bought that one.
Yes, that's awesome. I love it. Throwback to when I was a kid.
Yep.
Absolutely love it.
Played Storm of the Marrow.
Yeah. There's a huge Pokemon drought of distribution right now, so a lot of our locals are, feverishly waiting for Journey Together coming out in March, and then this is our plush wall. So that's just about the entirety of the store. So we hand out this flyer to everybody, and there's a QR code that on the flyer that people can scan. It directs to gregsgames.com/events.
What's the story of how the store came to be? Like, what was the...
Sure. So I picked up Magic back in high school, and I started going to a local game store that's now closed, unfortunately. We opened in October 2019, so we were open for 6 months. The governor said shut it down. We were closed for about 3 months. Now we just celebrated 5 years in October, and we're the second largest store in the state, only behind Top Deck Games in Cherry Hill, who's like a national level store.
Okay. We'll probably just go around, get some B-roll and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Just kind of just sit around and just kind of see how it's like.
Sure.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Awesome.
Great.
Thanks again,
so
guys.
much.
And then Tim and I were able to walk around the store and screw around for a bit.
Oh, there's a lot of Root. It's perfect for
Yeah,
you.
unfortunately.
Come over here. Get some Root.
I don't want to.
It's your favorite game, bro. You love Root.
I don't want to show the root.
You love Root.
I don't want
know you
it.
love Root.
Where is it?
Right here. All of this
Oh my
root.
god, no. Redacted. No root.
Show the people what they
root.
want. Give
No
the
root.
people what they
No
want.
root. Non-root, you can see. Root, no, you cannot see. Non-root, you can see.
This guy's one of these. You're 5. Did you actually buy this?
Yeah, it came the other day. I'm actually pretty excited.
You're crazy.
Why am I crazy?
I'm thinking about buying Patrick, the best 2-player game.
Look at this. What is this?
Works.
A game we're supposed to review? Tim, you want a Pokemon card?
Not really, but
Buy a Pokemon card.
I looked up Pokemon. I don't know why I just typed in Pokemon. It just looks a lot like the TCG Player website,
Speaking of TCGs, we checked out the card gameplay area, which looks like Greg bought another store next to the retail space, tore down the wall, and now that's solely for playing games.
He bought 2 different spaces and combined it to one.
I think so too.
Yeah, because there's 2 different bathrooms as well.
He has Unit 4 and 5.
Unit 4 and 5. Clever.
Just like the schedule suggests, this store is very TCG oriented, but they do have some nice nods to miniature gaming, and of course we liked browsing the board game section.
Sea salt and pepper.
Sea salt and paper.
It's so catchy.
Anyways, we were there smack in the middle of the day, so pretty darn empty, so it was time to go.
Oh, what's this?
Tea.
Tea. Oh, that's cool. Back from shopping.
That was Greg's Games. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like a balance of everything. Obviously, a lot of TCG and Magic the Gathering leaning.
Yeah, but the board game selection was pretty nice too.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's no matter what niche of the hobby you're in, so niche of a niche you're in, you'll find something you'll probably like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We got to meet Greg. That was cool.
Yeah, Greg was nice. Awesome.
Greg. Greg's Games with Greg. Good games, Greg Games with the game. Good games, Greg.
Where every game is a good game.
Every game is a good game, allegedly. Allegedly, they're all good, yeah.
So the fact that Root is in a game, the Root is a game in the store where every game is a good game, means that it is a good game.
You're losing me. We are here at IRL Game Shop. It is interesting because it's in a mall. It's in Brunswick Mall, I believe is the name of the place.
New Brunswick, yeah.
Brunswick Mall?
Yeah.
So it's like outward facing.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go. D&D?
D&D.
D&D here. I wonder how hard it is to clean.
IRL Games recently moved into Brunswick Square Mall next to a Panera Bread. It kind of just does everything pop culture or tabletop gaming related, with a surprising amount of gaming space for a mall place, with a private room in the back.
Dude, they have Yugioh for a demo game. That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
The 3D printers with their own custom-made dragons caught our eye. There's just tons of little knickknacks on the table to get. Then the owner's Star Wars Armada fleet on display, not available to buy. But looks cool.
Nice.
You rolled a crit fail.
IRL Games. We just got out.
Obviously very different than a couple other spots we've been to today.
Very different, yeah.
I thought the 3D printers were definitely unique. Like
It's a pretty cool thing, yeah.
You don't typically see those in FLGS.
Yeah, it just feels like a standard game store I'd find in California, which is, it's just standard game store in a mall, yeah.
It kind of reminds us of the game shop we used to go to.
Growing up, in the mall.
Yeah.
Except that one had like more comics.
We're gonna drive up to Bearded Dragon Games, which is the last stop in our Central Jersey leg. So. Okay. Rutgers. They're just having something. Yeah. No problem. Train station right behind us. Fiance's brother's one of his best friends basically recommended this spot, so we came out here one time and basically went to visit, and it was really cool. But this is the actual shop.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Bearded Dragon Games is a repurposed house tucked behind its branded coffee shop, with some very cozy offerings on the ground floor, but for the top floor, and then
Upstairs gaming space.
Yep. They host a lot of tabletop events here.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
TCG events.
Yeah, this is like a proper house.
You can host a lot here, yeah.
I guess the table numbers are good for ordering food and stuff.
No, it's more for running tournaments too.
I knew that. I knew that, of course. Food Chain Magnate has a free-to-play game? Wow, impressive.
It's a pretty good selection actually for free. They've got Everdell plus an expansion.
You have good quality. What?
Is that actually in shrink?
Is this real? All right, we'll just sit here and do the review right now.
You gotta stop saying this.
Wow, I can't believe they have a game in shrink and free to play. Yeah, their selection is very well catered here.
Slay Spire the board.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
They have photosynthesis. I heard it's pretty good.
And then Tim continued his quest for Pokemon boosters, and since they were restricted at 1 pack per customer, he goaded me into buying some.
He's so happy.
We found Pokemon cards.
We got the Pokemon cards.
We'll get more, dude.
Yeah, I felt like I had to say yes.
You have to.
I have to say yes. Okay, we just finished the Bearded Dragon. Yeah, definitely feeling that whole converted from old house thing, and it gives it a much different, cozier vibe.
You can see that they can easily host like a large tournament, and I believe they have extra seating in the building behind us as well. That also has a cafe, unfortunately, which isn't open right now. But
do you think having like the tournament gaming, the MTG tournaments, all the way on the second floor, like completely isolated, makes it feel more competitive?
Completely isolated, completely separate from everything. So even the people who are retail shopping aren't going to see you. You can kind of get in the zone and a little bit more locked in, right? To me, this is like one of the best like premium TCG destinations in this area.
Very small town feeling. When we got out of the car, I'm like, dude, it's so quiet here.
It is.
It feels so quiet.
You're in the mountain towns of New Jersey now, so it's a lot more quiet, a lot more laid back. And hey, We found some Pokemon cards. I'm not even an addict. This is like the first Pokemon cards I've ever bought. So
actually, that's the first Pokemon I ever bought. Ever.
I think, ever.
Ever.
Our next stop is going to be the Dragon's Horde in Hackettstown. So we're going to be driving a bit northwest of where we are currently.
Okay.
This is more like the Santa Cruz Mountains compared to like us. Most likely.
We're in Hackettstown. We made it. We got this place.
Yeah, so we're going to Dragon's Horde. We'll walk in and see what's up.
Dragon's Horde. All right, down the street.
Yeah.
Here we go.
After you. Oh, that's a nice selection.
It's the Dragon's Horde. It's a mom and pop small town store, in the sense that we literally met both the mom and pop who ran the store and their son. The place is actually really sizable, split up pretty much 50-50 between shopping and gaming, with a nice private room in the back. We weren't initially planning on doing an interview, but the son was so energetic I had to include him.
And it's fun because I'm crazy, and all of my players know it. I'm going in circles my time talking. Great. It's me DMing all over again. I'm stalling for time. You can only get so far by having a competitive focus. And don't get me wrong, I'm a competitive video gamer. I've sunk far too many hours into far too many fighting games. I understand the competitive scene for things. But you don't get to that point without enjoying the game, hopefully enjoying the game the entire time.
Right.
The most beneficial thing you can do is get more players interested in that game. And the best way you can do that is being open to people learning it.
And does he remind you of a younger version of a certain someone in board gaming? I told him by the way of the resemblance.
Yeah, awesome. Dude, thank you so much for your time. I think Tim wants to buy something.
We take the tax out of everything. That's $25.
Oh. Ooh, $21 ticket.
No. We got a ticket, but we're out. We're so interested in talking there.
Yeah, we were having a great time chatting with them.
The guy was talking about, CJ was talking about how this place was very more casual leaning, and the Bearded Dragon was competitive leaning. It all clicked. This is very more casual, more non-tournament event driven.
Yeah,
like D&D.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they said D&D was definitely a major focus of theirs, which is cool. They said what 35 plus players on their D&D nights, which is
that's a lot.
That's got to be a really that room has got to be really bustling.
Yeah,
bustling.
But the fact that they don't really charge for demo
for sitting down or playing or playing anything. Yeah,
yeah.
I did make a purchase for the folks at home. I bought Jaipur.
Bye.
So we're gonna be heading back towards the city. We're about an hour and 15 or so.
Nice. All right, I'm taking over as driver, so we'll see how that goes. Ha ha ha.
Pray for us.
Night driving. That is a driver.
You like windshield wiper?
I do. I love it. I'd marry it if I could.
Kind of weird, bro.
I do.
Kind of weird, bro.
He's dying. He's become alive.
We finally arrived, safely due to my driving, at Sega Concepts, and it was packed. So it was really hard to get footage. There were 3 events going on with almost every table filled.
I think it's just a really cool product. Huh? They should have something like this for Yugioh.
It was just really hard to get much of anything, so we left without Tim's Pokemon cards.
Where are the Pokemon cards?
They don't exist.
He wants the Pokemon cards.
They simply aren't real.
They don't exist. His side quest is going so badly.
Very poorly.
Where are all the Pokemon cards?
In Scalper's hands, apparently.
Okay, just walked back to the car from Sega Concepts. That place was quite crowded. I mean, it's like the peak Friday Night Magic.
Yeah. They said they had Friday Night Magic crowd, HeroClix, and Lorcana all running simultaneously.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much every single table was filled.
Yeah.
It's hard to get B-roll. Yeah.
So I think you did a pretty good job of capturing like the game library they had too.
Yeah, they had quite a bit.
Then,
Arcs again, teasing me.
Someday, Ashton, you'll play Arcs. Yeah, I definitely think they also are one of the stores that will skew towards TCG as well.
There's a private room in the back that I didn't get to use or film because there's people playing inside. So that's nice.
Where, in Saga?
Yeah, in Saga, Saga
cool.
Concepts. It's
what were they doing? Were they playing like...
I think they're playing D&D or something.
Oh, D&D.
But I don't know why they had microphones. Maybe they're recording something. It is currently 7:48, so I guess like we're officially done for the day. I guess we're officially done for today.
Yep.
There's like a slight possibility we'll get a bonus.
Maybe. We'll see.
I think we're 50-50 on it.
We definitely didn't have time to go to the final place still, but a quick recap.
It's 10:30. We're finally home. Dude, we were out for so long.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We've got another full day ahead of us. Like we said, a lot of cool stores to see, a lot of cool, hopefully Pokemon cards to buy.
Dude, we should try to go sleep earlier today.
Yeah,
holy cow, yeah. We should.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2.
Bye-bye. Later.
Bye.
Before we go on to day 2, we have a day 0 of one very odd game store, if I even want to call it that.
Inside this recreation and cultural affairs center. It's pretty cool.
It's very unique. Wow, it's almost like a cabin.
I know, it kind of feels like a snow retreat.
Yeah, especially this time of year.
So it's really odd. This location is smack dab in the middle of a community center, with basically no games being sold. Like heck, there's even basketball courts and tennis courts connected to it. We had to sit down after getting drinks to discuss.
There's a lot of folks who will basically show up to city meetings and ask for pickleball courts.
They just keep requesting over there.
They keep requesting, and it takes years. So I wonder if this whole building or this whole cultural affairs center is a byproduct of that. Of just people in the city lobbying for a good space for kids to hang out.
What were the machinations of this location? How could this place be so unique? Give us so much player agency.
Luckily, all our questions were answered by the co-owner.
This is the community center for South Orange, so it's a completely new renovation. They opened up in April and built out a cafe and kitchen with the idea of putting out a bid that somebody would come in and run the space. So we came in as an independent contractor. They liked our idea for the free board game library. You know, we had already started the business, the player agency, and we were trying to find a brick and mortar space. We put it in a public bid, we got it, and that's pretty much it. Here we are. You know, we had the whole idea that we could keep our game library free. People could support us by buying food, paper plane coffee we serve, which is local.
Okay, so retail isn't like a big focus of yours, mostly just like...
Not a big focus. Okay. We are looking to expand and probably open another space that's more focused on retail. You know, events like Friday Night Magic, things like that, but it's mostly like we use it as a meeting space. Our Discord's really big, lots of activity.
You don't have to buy games, just come here. I may have said this about a lot of game stores, but this one specifically feels very less monetized, and even the prices were very fair.
Yeah.
It feels like a modernized version of the teen center I used to go to as a kid, but just a lot cleaner. So many kids here, we couldn't film, they kept going in and out. There's some kids like eating on their own, which is like so wholesome to see. Friendly local game space.
Friendly local game space, that's a good,
Yeah.
Friendly local game space is definitely, it's not your friendly local game shop necessarily.
There are like 4 games you could buy here. Nice.
Nice. Was your mic on?
Yes, of course. I'm not the clown.
You are the clown.
We are done for today. Sir, this is parked in a wrong location.
As we wrapped up that day, I just couldn't help remember that this video is brought to you by Box King Gaming, a board game bookshelf to store your games horizontally without stacking. We've now happily replaced our old bookshelf, so if you want to take a look, use our link below for 10% off and help support the channel. Now back to day 2.
All right, this is the second day. We're gonna leave here at 8 o'clock. Nice work.
Here to check out Top Deck Games, bright and early at 10 a.m.
It's apparently the biggest place in Jersey for games, right?
Yeah, we've heard that this is like one of the largest board game shops in Jersey.
Let's go.
Oh, gotcha.
It's big.
Yes.
It's so big. This reminds me more of like a Bass Pro Shop.
Turns out there was already a huge crowd deep into the store playing Warhammer Kill Team, but we were free to restart at the front of the store and take a look at this gigantic place.
A desk here to handle checkouts. They handle checkouts down there as well, so people can grab small things here from the entrance and then also leave. It's crazy. Got the plush.
Nice plushies, yeah.
Then here's their board game retail side over here.
This feels like a bookstore.
Almost,
yeah. I like the color aesthetic. Nice.
It's the overhead lighting plus the type of shelving plus the way everything is laid out.
And the space.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outer Rim.
Is it alphabetized?
It seems
Oh, I think it is. Arc Nova. Oh, your favorite arcs? Alphabetizing the games is actually so useful. It makes sense to want to group them by genre too, but I think alphabetizing makes the most sense if you are trying to move a lot of volume, or if you're trying to move volume to people who know what they're looking for.
Right. Please come.
Like I know you're looking for root, so it's right there.
Am I looking for this?
You found it. It's yours.
You pointed out to me, unfortunately. Oh, this is all folded space.
Yeah, this is all folded space with for specific games.
I didn't know folded space did retail.
Apparently.
That you can get the game, you know you already like it, you grab an insert. Nice. Where have we seen this?
Greg's Games. And you've got D&D minis, speed paints, more speed paints, card storage, and now we see
this place is so
more miniatures for Star Wars Legion.
It's very well maintained.
Yes.
Very, very well maintained.
I don't know what's going on here. I think these are used board games.
Colt Express. Oh yeah, there's a price, $20.
What about Puerto Rico? How much is this?
Oh wow. Dude, that's like OG.
Yeah. $90.
$90?
Yeah. And this is their clearance section, so this is stuff that they probably just haven't been moving. They're like, oh, we'll just sell it for a discount, I guess.
Pokemon Cookbook. Wow, that's so wholesome. Oh my gosh. And it comes with an apron?
That's an apron, yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
I mean, Top Deck is just so big. It's the most feature-rich and diverse selection of board game store I've ever been to. We spent a lot of time just geeking out on all the collectibles, because where else are you gonna find all these things? They also have these nice painting stations, and freaking 4 TVs at the gaming area like a Jumbotron that really shows you that this place is meant to handle tons of tournaments.
We just got out of Top Deck Games. That place is, wow. Impressive.
It's huge.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on in there, yeah.
It really reminds me of a Guitar Center for board games.
Like a really nice selection of board games, a huge selection of tabletop stuff, miniatures, reference books, codexes, whatever you could need. They've got role-playing stuff too, like all these different role-playing books and systems.
Yeah. Does it feel too corporate?
I don't think so, yeah.
It doesn't feel too corporate. Just like, yeah, we have kind of everything.
Yeah.
Just try to 0 to 60 it.
Oh, that's street.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Whoa, whoa.
Do not enter.
How do I get in here? Oh, I am too late.
We're here, Mr. E's Game World. We're supposed to get an interview with him.
You gotta be in the shot too.
Hello, we're here at Mr. E's Game World. I'm supposed to get an interview with them. They just opened, so it's 11, like 10-ish.
Yeah, so really short drive over from Top Deck Games. Pulled into Mr. E. Probably the biggest selection of pure board games, I'd say. Yeah. Easily.
Very stacked. Oh, they have a crowdfunding section. Clever.
If you want to walk around, I don't care, like whichever.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess we can start here and then...
Okay, I'm Jim Evangelisti. This is my shop. We've been in business for about 6 years now, and just moved to this location about 2 years ago. Been collecting games for about 50 years now, I guess, and I taught high school for 30 years and ran a game club and stuff there, and always thought that when I retired from teaching, I would, give a shot at the game store. Cut my teeth on the war games, the Avalon Hill, and there's only a couple of card games we carry, the Star Wars Unlimited and the Lorcana, and I got into those because they were new, whereas I don't know enough about Magic and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh to start. My goal was always to have the kind of shop that I would shop in, and so consequently I like having a wide selection of things. I try to keep that up to date.
And what about like the demo place? This is just like, what's your policy for it?
People could just come in and play anytime the tables are free. We're kind of restocking after the last show that we did.
Mm-hmm. Have you felt like the industry has been changing like the past 5 years or so?
It's blown up tremendously. I kind of worry a little bit about like a saturation point that, with like new releases, like where it's, how do you keep up with everything? I try to be a little competitive with like the internet. There's nothing here that you can't buy online, but it's like try to price about 10%, 8 to 10% below MSRP.
Yeah,
I do carry a lot of used games, pre-owned. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-owned games and out of print stuff. Mm-hmm. I try not to sell anything that's incomplete unless it's something like a wound token or things like that aren't vital. Yeah, I try to price them below what they're going on eBay.
You got basically everything?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
I think everything.
So he gets a distributor price, and then he marks down from MSRP.
Yes.
To help get more games into the hands of people.
Cool. Yeah, we just got out from Mr. E's Game World, and This guy loves games. He's a pleasure to talk to.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
It was a really, really nice conversation. Coming from Top Deck, which was our previous stop, and then coming to Mr. E, like you can kind of feel the difference in
strategy.
Focus.
Okay.
Strategy and focus, right? I don't think we saw horn games at any other
place.
Yeah, and those are you know.
I mean, they've got their niche. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, like, if you love them, you love them. Alexander, right?
The selection of used, vintage, and older style like board games also really cool. Like we saw like a Clue, the museum keeper.
Yeah, great museum keeper.
Which brings back a lot of memories because I remember having that growing up.
Cool game. Yeah.
Now that we're done with Mysteries, after this we're going to head over to Button Shy Games.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. They're a publisher as well as a little store, micro publisher. So we're gonna chat with them.
A few moments later.
All right, we're here at Button Shy Games.
Yeah, short drive over from Mysteries Game World.
We're over the hump. We're definitely more than halfway through this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
definitely.
we've got what, like 4 or 5 stores left?
Oh, we gotta make some B-roll this.
Button Shy Games was really small, like much smaller than I thought it'd be from looking online. So we talked to the one and only employee there.
I'm George Tagmeyer. My brother started Button Shy. I manage the store in the back office here. The back office is where we make our wallet games. We have probably about like 120 titles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Later on, could we get a tour of that? That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. So the wallet games they're just 18 card games that fit in this little vinyl wallet. We have the rules, the cards, everything you need to play. We go through a lot of editing to get the rules down to just these 8 panels here. In the back of this building, we assemble the wallets, and we work with designers and artists all around the world, but this is our hub.
We can't include everything, like him explaining what makes a good wallet game, or touring the rest of the store from the accessories to the board games, because now it's time for the real tour.
All right.
Should we follow you?
Yeah, come on. So in here, we store our games. We have probably about 50,000 games just stored on these shelves here. Wow. Yeah. And everything is logged in an inventory, so we know where it is and how to get to it. And excuse the mess, we're going through some, we're moving from from our storage unit to here.
I see what you mean by saying that the store used to go all the way back.
Yeah, it went all the way to here, but we reduced it because this was more important to us. So if we come back here, yeah, this is where we build the games. That background noise you hear is our filter system. Once we run out of one game, we'll go over to that storage area, pull it over and put it back on the shelf. And our shipper, Anthony, will just grab everything from here and ship out. Our assembly area here.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where it's done. This is super cool.
Upstairs is just some offices. Nothing too exciting to look at. Yeah.
Very eye-opening.
Definitely kind of blows the mind a bit.
Yeah.
So I guess, what would you recommend in terms of, this is not for me.
So then Tim went to work by a wallet game. Man, they are so small and portable. Oh, really random too, these guys asked for a photo of them, so if you are these guys, just reach out to us and we'll send you the real photo.
The form factor is crazy.
so
It's
small,
three games in a small package like that, which is awesome. Honestly, super cool.
That was very eye-opening.
That was
Yeah,
really
it's
cool,
like, wow.
yeah. Like, every time you think you've seen something really awesome on this trip, it was like, wow, this is so cool. And then the next store you go to is like,
Right.
oh wow, there's even more cool stuff kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool for you guys because it's like if you were just going to a store and not email beforehand about filming, you probably wouldn't get to see like behind
the scenes,
their employees' area. Yeah.
But I think the dual perspective of getting to see how they work their publishing arm. After Button Shy, we're going to head over to PDK9.
Yes.
I hope it's pronounced PDK9. Maybe they have a different way of saying it. But So we'll drive over a little bit. See you guys there. So definitely so different from a Californian summer. So would we put Button Shy as one of the more interesting experiences of the entire trip? I definitely would say so. Right?
Yes.
It's giving you some shit for the city drive.
All right, yeah, we're here. We're on PDK 9, still in South Jersey, and it's primarily more of a cafe, so board game cafe. It's supposed to have a really cute space. So we'll find out what's inside and then go from there.
Sounds good.
Go. You have all this like natural light here, and then there it's more like dark, yeah.
Hang out
I don't have any drip made. I can do an Americano.
Americano sounds good. Okay. Do that.
What splashes you get?
It was here the trip really started to hit me. The exhaustion from the entirety of it so far. Managing the microphones, setting up the interviews, doing the B-roll, all with the driving, and I was just the passenger princess. Tim did most of the driving. We deserved a break. We were running ahead of schedule after all.
3 stores so far?
Yeah.
Holy cow. You sure?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're supposed to arrive here at 2.
Nice.
We listened to the 2000 pop and this troll Tommy Wiseau's The Room song.
We use this clip with the song.
I did not hit her. It's not true. Oh, hi, Mark.
You're already so tired, right? I'm not even driving. I'm so tired, yeah. POV on your hinge date.
It was time to get food nearby and return on the journey.
Yeah, we just finished up at PDK9. Pretty interesting space.
Yeah.
Cafe focused, but also just like a cafe and lounge. Like you go and hang out. They have a pretty comprehensive board game library. I think they said
600 plus.
Yeah, 600 plus. What they said they were doing is categorizing them by weight and complexity.
Yes.
Adding the average rating for the game to the actual label. The owner said that you wanted it to be like you're coming over to a friend's house to play board games, which I think is. They've really kind of struck that.
What's the word you use? It's like there's a bunch of different themes and it just like works together. A bunch of different like IPs on the wall.
Yeah,
art styles.
I guess you could call it eclectic.
Yeah,
very eclectic. You've got comic book art. You've got Pokemon. You've got video games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's been a long couple of days, but we're powering along.
Yes. Okay, let's go. Yeah, my sister's pretty much no nonsense. Whoa! We are here at Peninsula Games after an hour-long drive.
Yes, we drove across state. Starting to get a little cold, so we won't chat too long about after here.
Yeah, but this place is so new, they don't even have a sign up.
Yeah, so, yeah, they moved into this location, so they were at a previous location before. All right, see you guys.
Okay, let's go inside. Peninsula Games.
Peninsula Games just opened, and man, the Pokemon love hit us immediately. Tim and I screwed around for a little bit, and then we got to talk to the owner.
That's nice.
I appreciate that. You just went 0-2 in tournament.
People have fallen asleep on that.
We're a big kid-centric store. Love Pokemon here. As you'll see in the video, or if you haven't seen, lots of Pokemon stuff. That was my personal love. I grew up cracking cards, raking leaves, shoveling driveways, going to Zany Brainy, buying packs. So I've carried over my love to Pokemon, which is why you see so much of its influence in the store. Kids here all the time buying singles. We're teaching them how to play. And we came from a small store, so our community is very important. We knew each other for a long time. I know where people work. I know their jobs. I know their birthdays. I know their parents. I know their numbers. I know where they live. So something I've always valued was the community here. This was the old store. 1 table, 2 table, and then the front door. We had like a detached shed in the back, quadrupled in size. So give us a little bit of time.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
One of the reasons I wanted to feature them is because I knew that they just moved into new space. The idea is to shine a light on newer businesses that maybe people don't know about.
We are almost done.
I know, we've been to so many stores.
So we just got out of Peninsula Games. That was cool. It was like we're seeing these contrasts of stores that have been established, and this one is just getting off its feet here at the new location.
They told us that they're actually gonna do a huge board game restock.
Yes.
Huge Pokemon focus.
Right, I think
more so than any other store I think on the whole trip.
I think something that struck me, not only is it Pokemon focus, but it feels so inviting.
Yeah.
Like everyone there knows each other, and they were just willing to just talk to us and make friendly comments and stuff like that.
When we were growing up, I think people would usually just only talk to each other when they were looking for trades.
Yes.
Or that was pretty much it.
That's pretty much
got
it.
Trades, got trades, and that was it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drive up into Red Bank now. This is the last stop in the Central Shore before we pack up and head back home.
Dang, can't believe it.
It's been a journey, but we'll see you there.
I can't believe it.
As our trip wraps up, here's some honorable mentions of game stores that we just couldn't get into within the 2 days. It would just be too much driving. Here they are.
Boys in the hood. Oh, it's over.
that first landing thing.
Yeah, rob it?
No. Why does everybody go on red bang?
Day 25 being kidnapped. This guy. I've been pleading for help. If anyone sees this video, please watch it. The doors are locked. The windows are bulletproof. I've been trying to punch my way out. I can't. You can see how bruised my hands are here. So, I don't know. If anyone sees this video, please. Please. One more place!
Yep.
Yes,
so we're here.
Now I'm freed of this guy. Then I can survive and be a free man.
So anyway, we're at Red Bank. We're gonna go to Shore Gamers, which is the last stop of our big tour here.
It's the last place, so we gotta power through it. I mean, it's been a very long 2 days. Tim's been driving a lot, which is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why he agreed to do that.
It's been fun.
Holy cow, it's cold. What do you do to the weather? Cold. Whew, chilly. Why?
You didn't agree to it.
Where? Where's the proof? Dude, oh my god.
Winter night.
My hands are cramping holding the camera. Yeah. It's actually that cold. Oh my god.
These are the East Coast winters, huh? It's cold.
Oh my god. Why do you do this to me? Torture. As we walked to our final location, I pondered. Why?
Why, man?
Why did I do this?
Why, man?
Why did I agree to this physical abuse? We're here.
It's a B-roll.
Dude, an oasis.
Shore Gamers was a respite against the cold, and was a just straight store of a straight rectangle down the hall. There was a Lorcana tournament going on, so we couldn't film too much of the gaming space. But here was their huge rental library.
And that was like a game saver for me, because sitting on the
Ocean light inside.
It's nice. Not really, because
fits approximately two
gentlemen. It could fit three.
Maybe three.
Yeah, there's some stuff on the ground. Yeah.
A nice light.
What's that smell? Oh, interesting to have that.
I thought that was you.
What's that smell?
Yeah.
That's not a game. That's just when I see you.
Okay.
What's that smell?
Yeah, gotcha.
There was some of the back room I was able to get eventually, but man, this journey was just really wearing on me. So I had to go back to the front, find that nice couch, and wait for Tim to finish talking about men playing professional hockey with the store owner.
He loves the Rangers. I almost can't believe it. 2 days, 13 stores. A little shocked we actually did it. It gets cold. Let's go.
It's been a long couple of days. Yeah, we just finished at Shore Gamers.
They're just having a Lorcana tournament, so there's a lot of bustling. So it was cool. A lot of Lorcana hype moments. Dude, yeah, go ahead, you go. Mr. Rangers fan.
No, I was just saying, I was just saying, I like Shore Gamers a lot. I've been there, it's probably about like sixth time going there. It feels kind of like a middle ground between like the big event spaces like Top Deck Games or like more of the retail focus like Mr. E's, right? Like,
I see.
So yeah, it has a nice bit of coverage for both sides.
Yeah, we're just getting blasted
by these headlights.
The blinkers, yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna go for dinner now.
Drive. Let's drive.
This is just so your brains are frozen.
So we took the drive back to Hoboken, and after a solid dinner, had some more fuel to wrap up our final thoughts and favorite stores.
Both days were probably equally tiring. I don't think I could do a third day of this.
Compared to the New York City video, like how much more driving we had to do, right? Like,
yeah. It's exhausting.
I think my favorite store for game one was still probably Bearded Dragon. The downstairs you have this really cool retail floor, and then you go upstairs and it's all just like game tables. Right. The separation of space is nice.
Yeah,
so
it's very nice.
For me, it stands out.
Place number one, my favorite place was Titusville. Really striking to just have the first place you go to just have this connection with this owner. Yeah, we got to talk for a long time, and just his enthusiasm for role playing and just having a space for people to play was awesome. And day two, which is today, what is your favorite place?
It's a good question. I think it's probably Mystery's
really?
Game store. Oh, you know what? What still takes it for me is Shore Gamers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Love the owner. Love the space. I've been there, I think, 5 or 6 times now. Every time I'm in Red Bank, we try to stop by. It has a really nice balance between play space and inventory.
My favorite place of today would be Mr. E's. Yeah, I really had a connection with him, and I come from like a family of some teachers and family friends that are teachers, and him being a teacher, I'm like, yeah, I could totally see it.
Yes,
There's just so many games there, and you can see easily down the store, but it doesn't feel crowded.
No.
And everything's pretty well organized. So I will say, actually, that is my favorite store of the strip, Mr. E's.
I think for me, it's still gotta be Short Gamers.
Short Gamers, oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's just like I wish I had grown up in a neighborhood with a place like Short Gamers, because I would just bike there and then just hang out there. I love the vibes in the store.
One thing, as we're looking for Pokemon cards, there's like a Pokemon card conspiracy.
I mean, that's one way to put it, but basically when we were chatting with some folks.
Some folks.
There is rumor that these distributors may be, in essence, deliberately underfulfilling orders, taking what extras they have and selling them directly to third parties.
Thank you once again for making this happen. I'm a little executive producer over here. I'm just
it was my pleasure. I had a ton of fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Words. I mean, as I get home and unload this footage, I'll have like a lot more to say in voiceovers and stuff. But this is kind of surreal because we've been planning this for so long. I don't know. It's been a 5 months or so.
It's been a journey. Yeah. It's long.
I really don't have much more to say. It still feels surreal editing this weeks later. Thank you to all the store owners for letting me film, Tim for being an amazing driver and executive producer, and of course to you. Yes, you, kind viewer, for sticking this through to the end on this crazy New Jersey journey.
This industrial my fighting Urukai.
Also in Jersey.
I'm very interested in how this turns out. So, yes.
maybe in the future, more states.
More
states. Maybe
more. Yeah, maybe.
And I wish more people were like that. I wish I'm gonna wait for the phone to stop ringing so that you don't have that.
Oh no, it's okay.
Okay.
I want to let you answer the phone. Yeah.
No, someone else can answer the phone. I just don't want.
There's like people running.
There's
people
a whole
running
team
over
of
there.
people answering a phone. It's so complex and important.